I wasn't supposed to be home until Friday. Chicago wrapped early, and I decided to be the guy who buys overpriced roses and surprises his wife on a Tuesday. The house looked perfect from the curb, fresh fence, red door, the whole brochure. Inside, it felt wrong, too quiet. Then I saw a black leather jacket draped over a dining chair, not mine, my brother's. Upstairs, a soft laugh. Not the public one my wife Claire used for brunch photos, an intimate one. I opened our bedroom door and saw exactly what I already knew. Claire and my brother Lucas in our bed, on our sheets, in my life. He smirked. "I just sent your wife a video of you two," I said, calm as a locked safe. The smirk died. His phone lit up. He fumbled it to speaker by accident. "What am I looking at, Lucas?" Harper, his wife, asked, voice like a scalpel. He tried a sentence. She cut it off. "You're in bed with your brother's wife." Silence. Then, "Don't come home, ever." Click. Lucas went from smug to panicked, crawling around naked for his clothes and a different universe. Claire tried my name like a lifeline. I held the door open for both of them. "Family doesn't do this," I said. "Get out." They left. The house felt like a crime scene. I drove to Harper's. I didn't know why. Revenge summit? Group therapy? She opened the door still in a power suit, hair out of place for the first time since the invention of hairspray. "You look terrible," she said. "Coffee?" We sat at her immaculate kitchen island and compared notes. The late nights, the secret calls, the way Lucas suddenly cared about Claire's loneliness when I traveled. She had receipts. I had video. We were, against all odds, on the same side. "What now?" I asked. "Now," Harper said, raising her mug. "We make sure consequences still exist." I hired a divorce shark the next morning. No kids, clean evidence, papers by Friday. Claire tried speeches about mistakes and vows. I had nothing left for speeches. "This marriage is over," I said. "Pack what's yours." She cried. I let the silence do the rest. Harper, meanwhile, waged total war. "Colorado may be equitable, but judges don't love 6 months of hotel receipts labeled business." She froze accounts. She documented gifts, dinners, the Aspen weekend that wasn't a conference. In court, Lucas tried charm. The judge looked at a stack of invoices and said, "This appears to have been a very extended moment." Harper got the house, both cars, the boat, the accounts, and alimony. Lucas got a studio apartment and a clipboard at a car lot, counting VINs in the sun. Claire landed in a basement rental and a coffee shop apron. Their grand romance lasted 3 weeks, just long enough for dishes in the sink and a parking lot breakup featuring a flying coffee maker. Poetic. I gutted our bedroom. Bed to the dump, carpet to hardwood, walls painted the deep blue Claire, called depressing. It felt like oxygen. I remembered how to live alone. Cereal for dinner, Sports Center at volume whatever, no apologies for mugs in the sink. Work stopped being a place I fled and became a place I focused. Without the constant hum of marital static, my brain had bandwidth. 6 months later, I had a corner office. I started volunteering at the community center. A blunt 9-year-old asked why I didn't have a wife anymore. "She didn't like me enough," I said. "That's dumb," she told me. "You smell like soap." Kids are ruthless and weirdly healing. Saturdays became mountains with a hiking group that knew me as just Noah. No backstory, no pity, just miles, jokes, burgers after. I kept meeting Harper for coffee, our conversations migrating from scorched earth strategy to recipes, cases, and a tiny place she bought in Vail to read by a fireplace with wine that costs more than tires. "You know the funniest part?" she said once, grinning over her cup. "They traded everything for nothing." She was right. Without secrecy, their big romance shrank to laundry and rent. 3 years passed. I ran into one of Claire's friends at the grocery store. "You look good," she said, like she was asking permission to mention Claire. I tossed marinara into my cart. I'm doing really well. I am. My house looks like me. Giant sectional, framed baseball cards, an absurd coffee maker because I actually like coffee. The fridge holds a drawing a fourth grader made of us solving math and a photo from a windy summit. Works solid. My team trusts me. Dating is light, human, and honest. Harper and I still have coffee. Lucas left town. Claire remarried in Ohio. I wish them nothing, really. Not anger. Not energy. Just nothing. Here's the part I never expected to say. I'm grateful it happened. Not for the betrayal, but for the clarity. The best revenge isn't wrecking someone else's life. It's building one so good you forget why revenge sounded tempting. Most mornings I stand in my blue bedroom, drink perfect coffee, and feel a simple, sturdy truth settle in. This life is mine. Not a compromise, not a performance, mine. And that's more than enough.